Nashik is located 3 hours by train to the northeast of Mumbai, in the western Ghat Mountains, and it's on the bank of the Godavari River, regarded as holy by the Hindus. The mountain ranges that surround Nashik are of old, long-extinct volcanoes. Erosion of the mountains has supplied the plain in which Nashik is centered with nutrient-rich soil, and because of its altitude at around 2,000 feet, the plain is known for its pleasant climate, which supports market gardening, dairy production, and recently, vineyards. Nashik is not on the tourist beaten track, unless you count the religious festivals that take place here once every 12 years. Our visit is far out of phase, so why visit Nashik? It is a friendship force exchange. We host incoming groups in exchange for conducted visits abroad. Here, the Ottawa group in the planning phase for the expedition to Nashik meets with the Indian High Commissioner, a perk of living in Ottawa. We gather in our hotel for the transfer to the Victoria Station in anticipation of the 3-hour first-class train ride to Nashik. Our exchange director manages to arrange for us to enter the station by a side door, thus avoiding the troublesome security checks at the main entrance. On the train, there is time to test the food. We also have time to wonder about what living with an Indian family in India will be like. Well, at the very least, I hope they have a bathroom that is better than the one on this first-class train. All worries are for naught. Rosemary and I are staying in a nice middle-class house in a tidy neighborhood with Dr. Shashi Hire, a longtime member and past president of the Nashik Friendship Force Club. Dr. Hire has her residence on the upper floor of a bungalow and has palliative care patients occupying the floor below. Shashi was recently widowed, and in the window of the dining room is a shrine that she has for her husband and his brother, who died very shortly after him. The house is guarded by a barking guard dog, who seems to live his life chained to this sentry post. That evening, there is a lovely party where our group is welcomed by the members and the president of the Nashik Friendship Force. The exchange program begins in earnest the following day. It includes daily bus tours to the city's attractions, meals, social gatherings, with some quiet time built in to spend with the families with whom individuals have been billeted. At City Hall, we meet with the mayor and some members of council. Naturally, there are lots of photo ops. And then on to the Karela Temple to witness a beautiful old lady creating magnificent chalk art in the temple garden. Rosemary is invited for a local TV news interview. This lady is 93.
Oh, it's amazing.
Back at the bungalow, we notice an open skylight with neither glass nor screen. So Rosemary thinks it is wise to use a supplied mosquito net. She was right. I can attest. Shashi is a proud grandmother many times over. We shall meet more lovely grandchildren later throughout the week. As well as being a market garden business city, Nashik is also an industrial city. so we visit a fine example of one of their busy factories. This is the Kishko cookware factory, known for its fine stainless steel pressure cookers. We were told that the workers are constantly shifted from post to post throughout the factory, so that everybody gets a chance to learn and to participate. The manager affirms that it is a happy, well-paid workforce. I did wonder why it seemed that only women were doing the polishing and the final fitting. Lunch out and about. Not only the lunch, but beer and wine was paid for by our hosts. Those volcanic mountains yield other riches than fertile soil. Nashik is a center of the jewelry industry. The city is also famous for the Nashik diamond. This diamond once decorated the crown of the Shiva idol of the nearby Trimbakeshwar Shiva temple, which, by the way, looks very much like the temple we already visited. This diamond is often categorized with the world's 10 greatest diamonds. Note the company. The diamond was appropriated by the British in the Third Anglo-Maratha War in 1817, and ownership has passed back and forth amongst British aristocracy, decorating tiaras, sword hilts, and orbs. It was sold in the open market during the Great Depression, and presently lies with one Edward Hand in Greenwich, Connecticut, USA. In spite of its travels around the world and several recuttings, it is still identified with this city, which has not given up on cutting gems. This factory and museum is one of several in the business here. Gee, what a day. I think we all feel like Jerry.